This year, it's what's going to be our identity, and who's going to be the quarterback, obviously, and who's going to fill the places of Brandon Bird and Breland Chancellor and Drew Miller. Who's going to be those guys? And DT, who's going to be the guy that's going to bring this team back to where we'd like to play at and at the level we're playing at right now? Andrew brings back a lot of, even though he wasn't on the field playing, he brings a lot of experience, because he's the only one that has game experience, true game experience, where he started 2 games in his 3 years here. He's redshirted, obviously, so he has 2 years to play. He knows the offense inside out and has a good understanding of what we're trying to do. I think the kids trust him. I think our players trust him, and they think that he can lead us. It'll be to be seen on the field in spring ball and into fall camp, but he does bring some, obviously, knowledge of the offense. Dejan has a lot of athleticism. We all understand that. We all know that. He brings some capabilities that run the ball, obviously, as a quarterback. The quarterback run game fits right into what he can do. Obviously, we need to get him a little bit bigger, a little bit heavier, so he can take some hits if he's going to be the guy that's going to win the starting job. But he brings a lot of unknown, because he can do some things our other kids can't do, let's be honest, because of his athleticism. But at the same time, Dejan needs to be a little more thorough in understanding of what we're trying to do, understanding situations, and being able to process all the information. And he's really going at it hard. He's working hard and extremely hard at it, but he's got to show it on the field. We recruited Josh, back when he was in high school, and knew a lot about him, and he's obviously gotten bigger and put on some weight. And he was about 220 when he was about 185 when we were recruiting him out of high school, but now he's matured. Maturity stands out. Leadership, what you're looking for. Reminds me a lot of DT in that aspect. A good leader on the field, vocal leader, has a good feel in the pocket. He's not going to run out of a lot of things, so he understands what his strength is, staying in the pocket and making the throws and making good decisions. He does a great job in the pocket, reading defenses, making good decisions, don't hurt the team, and move the ball. His experience at UAB and then at Navarro has really played into his favor, and it's like having a guy with college experience. So I'm glad he's in the room. I think that people are going to be pleasantly surprised when they see him on the field. Well, you never settle for the records that we broke, and you just don't settle, and we're not going to settle for mediocrity. We just won't. We won't come complacent either. And I think that's one thing that can happen in a program. You become complacent. Well, we did it. We arrived. We'll be able to do this again. No, you have to keep them on edge. We have to stay on edge as coaches, and we are. We're always looking. We met with some other staffs during the winter and met with them about some of the ideas they were doing that we liked, that they were doing. How can it add to our offense? How can it make us better? The biggest thing that we saw from last year is the up-tempo, and it just plays into our hand what our kids like to do. I think you'll see that, but we won't be complacent. We won't be satisfied, and that's kind of been my big motto with our kids: is never be satisfied. Don't be satisfied with status quo. Don't be satisfied with the records we set this year. Go out and set new ones. And our motto is we want to go get 10. So if we have to find a way to get 10, but you got to start with 1, and then you got to get to 6, and then keep moving forward. But we're not settling. Our staff won't settle. Our offensive coaches won't settle. And as an offensive coordinator, I will never settle. I want to win a championship. Our goal, we were there on the cusp of it. We were tasting it. We were so close to getting that championship, and our kids are hungry for it. They believe they can go out and get it. And I think that's what our goal is. Let's go win a Conference USA championship.